Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to support every Patreon you ever wanted in one moment, would you pledge it? Or just let it slip? Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, original content heavy. There's content on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti. We're nervous, but on the surface we look calm and ready. You better lose yourself in the content, the dungeons, you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to pledge. This opportunity comes once in a pay period. Patreon.com/Goblins Growlers.
All right, that was a weird as hell count-in.
The count was so strange.
I put an extra clap in there, Gabe. I'm sorry.
I liked it.
This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy live play adventure where a party of unlikely heroes embark on a quest to bring dragons back to their world.
Well, howdy, listener. Welcome to the Daily Crier Listening Show, where all the news and variant and beyond can make its way right to you. The weather always feels crisp up here, though the days are getting shorter. I might need to start bundling up. Let's see, Artemis did go out to the market. Maybe she'll bring back some coats. Anyway, most of the party busy themselves with an impressive breakfast prep, while Solinar watches a green dragon extort money from one of the locals. Shortly after returning and explaining the town's predicament, Solinar eats some food and the party takes the rest for a on-the-road snack. We'll see about that. However, just as they were preparing to leave town, that same green dragon swoops in, demanding tribute and instilling fear and terror among the populace. Interestingly, Koza and Solinar see through the draconic illusion and realize the giant lizard is not but a puppet, piloted by a kobold and covered in a hefty helping of glamour magic. Koza deftly takes apart the papercraft dragon with a small rain shower, while Solinar scares out the craven pilot. A catch from Koza and a suplex from Boat, and the party now has an unconscious kobold on their hands. Well, I've got to get started on baking a pie. We just finished building an oven a few days ago, and the test breads all came out mostly fine. Remember to do something silly today. And as always, y'all take care now.
The four of you stand around the unconscious form of the kobold that had been manipulating the checks notes fake green dragon puppet that had been holding the town in its iron claw. It is unconscious from the concussive force of Boat slamming its head into the cobblestone streets.
Correct.
That is where we begin our adventure.
I like it.
I'd kneel down to check the kobold's pulse.
The kobold is still alive.
Okay. Is the breathing shallow or deep?
Normal unconscious breath.
Okay.
Unconscious breath is the worst kind of halitosis.
Okay. All right, let's get this kobold somewhere where we can interrogate them after they wake back up. Johannes, why don't you search that dragon for clues?
On it.
Ah, yes, Johannes is the best choice for this.
I searched the dragon for clues.
Roll investigation.
5.
You're not entirely convinced that this was not a masterwork of a skilled artisan.
Yeah, I'm going through, checking everything out. Okay, I'm taking notes. Ergonomic ceramics. Okay, Standing desk to operate the pulley system. A bespoke joint here. But I think we're working with a genius.
I mean, yeah, if you build a puppet for a dragon that can fly around, that's going to take a little bit more knowledge than the average bear, I think. The average owl bear.
This was a master of their craft. We gotta be very careful with this one because anything that they say and do will be used against them.
All right, let's. Why don't you make sure that just maybe secure the scene. Make sure nobody starts scavenging bits of the dragon puppet, and then we'll take the kobold inside.
Hey, kids, get nothing to see here except the giant dragon carcass that's been rained on by not acid and is dissolving in the town square while people are trying to collect their money around it to make sure that they have their life savings enough to pay for you kids to go to school. Nothing to see here.
There's a lot of things. All right. Where are you going to take this kobold?
I don't know. There aren't any abandoned buildings or anything, are there?
No, this is a small town, not a warehouse city.
All right, I guess back to the inn then.
All right, back to the inn you go. The weirdly deserted inn.
Like there's like puddings and cakes everywhere?
After you get him to the inn and tie him to a chair, the kobold is going to start coming to. He's going to look around and begin sort of and like rocking back and forth before he falls over, still tied to the chair.
All right, I set the chair back up and I look at him real stern. I was like, now listen here. This can go the easy way or the hard way. Now, if you just tell me what I need to know, then we'll let you go. But my friend over here, and he Boat just points at Koza, is like, my friend over here, not so nice. If you don't play ball with me, then I'm gonna have to turn you over to Koza, and you're not gonna like being turned over to Koza. You understand me? I stuff a sock in his mouth.
Oh!
All right. Now we need some answers from you. First of all, who do you work for? I'm gonna remove the sock long enough for you to answer, but if you scream, the sock's going right back in. The sock goes right back in. All right. This one doesn't want to cooperate.
Got it. Maybe that it's scared. You knocked it unconscious and tied it to a chair.
You know what? It was piloting a fake dragon around town to terrify and steal from people, so I don't care if it's scared. It knew what it was doing.
I'm gonna leave this to you guys.
I warned you, but I'm gonna have to give it to Koza now. Now, if it gets too rough with you, I don't care.
Truly a man of the people, the hero we need.
Koza walks.
But not the one you deserve right now.
Koza walks out from behind Boat and cracks his knuckles, and then hi. I know this isn't exactly the nicest way to treat you, but I feel like you were also being very rude to the villagers, and I feel that it was important for us to stop that. So, I think we need to have a discussion now, and I would really prefer that we don't have to tie you up, but we need to trust you that you won't run away, because we need to know you're committed to fixing the wrongs you've committed. So I'm gonna take this sock out now. Now, can we have a nice conversation? Just nod if we can have a nice conversation, okay?
It looks at you, does not nod, nor does it shake its head, but its eyes are big and welling with tears.
I'll take that as a yes. Let me take out the sock. Goza pulls the sock out. Oh, this is gross. And flings it across the room.
Ow! This is a gross sock.
Hello? So, that sock was gross, so I'm not gonna put it back in your mouth. So, can we talk about this?
Yeah, get tough with him, Koza. You don't hold back.
Okay. Does anybody have any of the leftover omelet?
I've got some pancakes.
Okay. Here, can I see those?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do with these.
Can somebody heat these up for me real quick?
Yeah, I like where this is going.
Does somebody heat them up for me?
I was gonna say Solinar puts a hand on the bag and goes clack, and enough heat to ordinarily start a tindered fire goes into the bag.
So is it now pleasantly warm?
They're
Sure.
hotcakes.
Okay, yeah.
Pleasantly warm cakes.
Here. How about some nice? Would you like a nice breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to untie one of your hands so you can eat your breakfast.
Solinar goes back to standing like right against the front door, cleaning his fingernails with a spare knife.
He's going to take his little hand that is now free, begin to pull his pancakes in.
So, can we talk about what happened now?
Yes, I believe we can. Why did you destroy my dragon?
Why? Well, that's because you were using it to extort the villagers.
It wasn't extortion. Other dragons saw that dragon as a dragon. It was keeping them away too.
Well, okay, look, so there's ways that I can put your dragon back together. But we can talk about that. But first, because I do think that is maybe a good thing you were doing if you were keeping other dragons away. But I think it was a little unfair the way you were doing it with the villagers.
He kind of like looks down and then begins to eat his pancakes, albeit more slowly.
So
like sort of the sad eating.
How do you feel about maybe working with the villagers instead of I think Solinar, is it called a protection racket?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Extortion, protection racket, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about doing it in a different way instead of this way.
Wait a minute. Koza, come here just a second.
Oh, okay.
You were supposed to be the tough guy in this situation.
Yeah.
And it sounds like what you're trying to do is just find another way for him to extort people without a dragon.
No, I think if he's protecting the villagers, I think that's rather commendable. And I do want to be clear, this is me being very, very tough on him. I would appreciate a little recognition there.
All right, okay. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Okay.
Here, slap me really quick.
Oh, okay.
Roll strength.
I've never heard Alex more confidently say something in my life.
12. Boat staggers back and holds his face protectively. He's like, "Damn it, man! I was just trying to tell you not to kill him. Just get back there. Just do your job. I'll stay over here in the corner. I won't bother you again." And then he leans and looks at the kobold.
Deception. You roll deception right now.
Is it deception or is it performance?
Deception.
Is it?
Okay.
It's a deception.
13.
I've never seen Brandon look more excited for me to change the answer on a roll in my life.
Also, one of the I just realized I forgot to keep these fellows established. The zombies wander back inside. They've been out back. Back behind the inn.
Yeah.
They
go over to Johannes and Cole's table where we're playing cards, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me deal you in.
But yeah, after the slap,
What did you roll? Deception.
I rolled a 13.
Okay. The kobold's actually going to see through this. He rolled remarkably high.
I believe you. I don't see how he could perceive it after he's been all beaten up and tied up and crashed his dragon and everything, and I'm such a good actor.
Well, you weren't performing.
I was performing. Some people just think it was deceiving.
How good your performance was?
Yeah.
What is acting but a lie that we tell the audience?
And ourselves.
Guys,
if we're
stop
Nicolas
trying to get
Cage,
existential to justify not getting a better bonus.
No,
the greatest actor.
I'm saying that deception works great here because really every act is a deception.
What is life but a deception of...
He's just going to look at you.
Boat
Can't
continues
really read
to
his
commit
face.
to the bit. He continues to commit to the bit, and he points at the kobold. He's like, I tried to stop him. Everything that happens to you from this point on is in your hands.
He continues using his one free hand to eat pancakes.
So what do you think about working with the villagers?
The villagers were not helpful when my warren was destroyed. I don't know. The wizard would probably want it, though.
What was that?
The dark wizard. The one who helped me.
Oh, is this, darkness like evil or darkness like aesthetics?
Evil?
Oh. Okay, so the evil wizard, how did the evil wizard help you?
He taught me magic. Or at least some kinds. He said I was a very good student of illusion magic.
Oh, well that's good. I do think that your illusion must have been really convincing. So I really think you're doing a great job with that.
Oh, thank you.
You see his little tail wag.
He says I reminded him of a former student of his.
Oh, that's okay.
He taught another kobold, he said.
Oh, is it some sort of school?
No, it's a wandering teleporting tower thing.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool. We should figure out how to get one of those. But first, okay, so maybe it sounds like there might be some irreconcilable differences between you and the villagers. And sometimes I think it's a good idea just to start somewhere new. So
And extort those people with my dragon illusions.
Maybe just try to start...
Make bigger dragon illusions.
I mean, that could be cool. I'm sure there's...
Fancier dragon illusions. Dragon illusions that breathe acid.
Yeah, as long as you're not hurting anybody with it. We could find
What would be the purpose of breathing acid otherwise?
Well, I mean, say you want to clear some weeds from a field. You could use acid to do that. That would
I'm sorry, are you implying that this kobold masquerades as a dragon so that it can be organic roundup for the village?
I mean, landscaping is a pretty lucrative business.
I'm trying to find solutions.
Yeah, most
here.
landscapers that I know do not use acid.
Yeah, but that's because they're not innovative. Maybe think outside the box.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, I'm pretty sure there's no such thing as Roundup breath in Dungeons and Dragons.
The Yeehaw dragons
I'm
have
working
it.
with what I've got here.
It's a black dragon with a cowboy hat who doesn't care about the environment.
I was also going to say, Alex said that if Alon wanted to roll something on the Dragon Breath table that wasn't on the Dragon Breath table, that he could at least try. So Roundup breath could be real. It could be real.
I'm thinking round down breath though.
Oh.
I don't know if that happened off screen, but Alex said that I could breathe anything, and I said anything, and then my eyebrows shot off my face.
It happened on screen. It was in the most recently released episode.
God dang it. Caught at my own game.
Which the fan response to some of that reveal was like, yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure they had good ideas, but just so you know, they're going to be as dumb as you think they are. Speaking of, checkmate. I throw down a 7 of clubs.
All right, Koza, interrogations.
Yeah. So we just asked him if he would like to travel with us.
I'm sorry, you asked the kobold if he wants to travel with you?
Well, I mean, I'm implying that heavily, that if he'd like to come
Can
with
you
us.
stop recruiting?
No, I can't.
You guys are gonna make me be like 30 NPCs.
Alex, you know what happens if you put a character in front of Koza. There's history
He will start
here.
attempting a romance arc?
Yeah,
Either a
there's
romance arc
history here.
or recruit them into the party. It's
Or
always
both.
one of the other.
Yeah, or both. So you do so at your own risk. That's what I'm saying. You know this.
So what do you say? Would you like to try to start somewhere new again? I mean, I'm sure
Sounds
we
like
can,
a romance line.
I'm sure we can find a place where you feel like you belong and don't need to hurt anybody.
Roll persuasion.
That's going to be... Oh yeah, I have -6. Oh no, that's the one I have +1 in. That's 8.
Hooray. No.
Okay, let me go get the villagers and see what they want to do. Is there a government in this town?
I mean, like,
Please just go to the square and ask that.
Just go,
Yeah, I'm gonna
go
go.
to the center of the square and go, hello, is there a government here?
Hello, is there a government here?
Why, yes, there is, young man. Yes, there is.
There's this is the kobold who is trying to trick you all. We have them, and we were going to try to take him away, but he doesn't want to come with us. So we can really only leave it up to you all. What?
Well, I have good news. We have trial by ninja obstacle course here. That's the government of this city.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not really my place to try to change this.
Yeah, if you survive the obstacle course, then you're deemed innocent in the eyes of the obstacle gods. But
I
if
beg
you
your pardon,
should perish,
survive the obstacle course? Not
you
pass,
should-
survive?
if you should perish, then your bodies will be used to churn the dirt with which our corn will be grown.
I mean, okay, this sounds terrible. Okay, so maybe we should try to find. Do I see anybody else who looks more official than this guy who's in like black shorts?
Who's
and-
wearing the t-shirt that says obstacle course or death?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey Boat, who's he see?
He sees an elderly woman with a mohawk haircut and a shimmering robe.
Excuse me, are you an elder of this town?
Yeah, I am indeed an elder. Do you require any more specific information?
Hey, what the heck, man? You didn't like what I had to say to you?
Well, I have some. I kind of feel like maybe you're lying to me about
What?
the way this works.
Well, I'll tell you something about that guy. He's definitely lying. He's lying to all of you. And that's why you should vote for me in the election next month instead of him.
Look, Agatha, people aren't gonna vote for your whole fair trial by a jury thing. I think we've got this all figured out with our obstacle course of death.
Now look here, Donnie Nice Jacket. I've put up with your nonsense for too long around here. This town needs responsible government and not your obstacle courses. You try to solve everything with an obstacle course.
Kosa goes back at the inn and shuts the door.
No. We're gonna be here with the NPCs for a second.
Through the door, you can hear a muffled like, "How the heck is our corn supposed to grow if we're not feeding it dead bodies of the fallen who've wronged us?"
When you tried to settle that refuse collection strike, you had both sides compete in an obstacle course, and they both died.
Yeah, well, maybe at that point, not only was the leadership wrong, but the union was too. Sometimes you gotta find middle ground.
But now there's nobody to collect the refuse, and nobody's paying them, and nobody's trying to get a better deal. So it's just piling up in the streets. And when dragon was flying around here, its wings weren't doing anything except blowing trash smell all over the town.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. But you know who figured out how to get rid of that dragon through making it try to get to the center of town through an obstacle course, which ended up short-circuiting it and melting it in front of the people? Yeah, that's right. It was my nice jacket that did that.
Oh, so you're the one who caused the acid storm.
I am the acid storm.
Another lie from Donnie Nice Jacket trying to curry favor with the populace with something that he can't prove.
No, this is the rest of the episode. This is the whole rest of the episode, you guys.
We can only milk this, but for so long.
Fine.
So says you, Tommy Milkman.
That's what I've been talking about this whole time.
Oh no, it's the third party candidate who's siphoning votes from the rest of us.
Neither one of you is right for office. Neither one of you is gonna pull this off. You know, I personally, I will say, Donnie Nice Jacket, if the refuse collection strike was meant to be solved, then maybe the obstacle course gods wouldn't have killed both sides in the obstacle course. I'm inclined to agree with you on that, but I
wasn't meant to be solved.
I think you're a little too strict with how lethal these obstacle courses are.
Are you gonna tell me that having acid on the spike pit was the wrong situation?
I think having a spike pit in the first place is the bad call.
Ugh. Next thing you're gonna tell me that the flamethrower on top of the rotten eggs was also a bad call.
I think having the flamethrower point at a large bowl of oil that then splashes out on fire onto the race course is... The whole thing's just, it's made for injury. I don't think it's very safe at all.
Well, maybe if we're going to continue to have obstacle courses to solve all of our civic problems, we have to mandate safety equipment and safety procedures. You're required to wear a helmet and a seatbelt when you're going on one of these obstacle courses.
Gabe, if you would be so kind as to, while this is happening, like slowly kind of fade this out like it's the end of a song from 1999.
Gabe, if you could add acid trap to this and fade it up.
All right. But as it fades out, we're going to go back to the scene with the kobold and the main party. Cole is going to go up to Solinar and
the main party is the fourth party that's running in this election.
Party.
Cole is going to go up to Solinar and sort of tug on his cloak.
What's up, little bud?
He's going to point at the kobold.
Yeah, there's a guy on a chair. What about him?
He's going to walk up and kind of like stare at the kobold for a minute. Like the two of them are going to make sort of an unbroken eye contact for like a good 10 seconds. Cole is then going to put the pan flute up to his lips and begin to play. As the music begins to sort of gently swirl around the space, you're going to see, all of you in your mind's eye, the image of a large blue stone tower standing on the top of a hill.
Is that your dark wizard buddy? Is that what we're looking at?
That is what the tower looked like, yes.
So, it seems to me like Cole thinks the solution is to go to your dark wizard buddy. Which I don't know, I'm kind of in favor of.
He is very powerful.
Very powerful.
And very scary. But he also doesn't appear in the same place. He comes and goes at will. He is a wizard, you know.
Like Moonsy.
Well,
like Moonsy.
bold of you guys to assume that Moonsy appears where he wills it. Moonsy has no control over where he appears.
We don't know that.
Yes, you do. Because I'm telling you that. You want to know who controls where Moonsy goes? Me!
Alita.
It's me!
Oh my god. Plot twist.
Yeah, plot twist. The entity
been
that
anybody
controls
in
the
this room.
space between spaces is me!
Could have been anybody.
Could have been any one of us.
It's actually
But it was you
Gabe.
the whole time?
Yeah, shockingly, I'm also the conspirator behind the Black Dragons, you know.
That was you?
Yeah, I'm also the one behind Emberlin's evil plan. I'm the one behind the betrayal of the party before.
My god, all these spoilers all at once, and we haven't even elected our government
Yup.
to represent the city yet?
Y'all, it sounds like to succeed at this campaign, our characters have to take down Alex.
We gotta kill Alex.
Josh is going to stab me to death one day, and he's going to be like, the campaign is resolved!
Yeah, he's gonna be
Miriam is
no.
saved!"
He's gonna stab you. He's gonna lean in close to your ear, and he's gonna be like, "It was an ancient dragon."
Unfortunately, was an ancient dragon is the operative phrasing at this point. So it's not a spoiler anymore.
Listen, I don't care if Varian burns. That doesn't matter to me. But Solinar is going to come out of the game. He's going to do something about Alex.
It would be really funny if you were like, you stabbed Alex, and as she was dying, you're like, "Yeah, this whole marriage thing was just a con. I know what you're trying to do with that whole Virian world. I can't let this happen to the party.
This is moderately horrifying.
Your evil
So
plan
terrible.
stops here in the real world."
If you die
This is
in
all
real
going
life,
on
you die
record,
in the
right?
game.
This is going
I
on
love
record,
that.
right? Everybody has like evidentiary support of this. So if I go missing,
Gabe, edit that. Edit that to
no,
Alex saying.
no, that needs to be public information.
Yeah, we just need a clip of Alex saying, "I go missing." That Josh can take it to the judge when he's arrested for her
God,
murder.
can you imagine if I was such a powerful DM that I'd just be like, "I go missing," and then I just disappear from this plane
Oh my
of
god, you
existence?
I mean, I'm
Tower, Cole, Kobold.
I'm down to visit a dark wizard and potentially put an end to this sort of behavior overall. Though, you know, I don't know how we're gonna find this dark wizard. He didn't give you some way of getting in contact with him again? Little kobold guy?
No, he didn't.
Didn't have like a signature move that you could shoot up into the sky or something?
No. He said I was on my own. I had mastered enough magic to protect myself. I was the only survivor.
What do you mean the only survivor?
My warren was destroyed.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Monster.
But,
Oh, that's right. We're at your grandmother's funeral. That's why we're all wearing black and your mom is crying. Oh, egg on my face.
how did your warren get destroyed?
Green dragon.
Wait, so It wasn't even the villagers who did that?
No, but I fled and I came here. Nobody was very nice to me.
Were you nice to them?
I don't know. I think so. They all had so much food and stuff, and I would just go in their gardens and take some things, and they'd chase me off with pitchforks and brooms.
Oh, so I think people don't always appreciate that. They find it a little rude sometimes.
But they had things. I had no things.
Right.
And in the warren, everyone shared.
It's not great. I definitely agree with you. I think ethically you're in the right here. Hey Solinar. Can I have a little sidebar?
Yes.
Should we just burn down the town?
No. No,
I mean,
don't
because
think that's a fix
he
here.
just made a really compelling point that there were people with plenty and they weren't willing to share.
Well, right, like that's the whole premise of doing crime in the first place, is that people without should be people with, and the people with could do to have a little bit less.
Alita's going to come in at this point and go, no, we are not burning down the town because some of the local farmers didn't want a kobold stealing food out of their gardens.
Yeah, that's way too big of an escalation. Like, at most, we should be like, you all should be ashamed of yourselves. This kobold merely wanted to eat and have a comfortable place to sleep, and you ran him out so that he became a green dragon.
Alita,
This is really on you.
Alita class traitor confirmed.
Well, Alita used to be the right hand of a community leader. So
Yeah, she's already
Who definitely didn't brainwash people. Definitely wasn't a cult.
Yeah.
Hashtag not a cult.
So yeah, like we could shame people. I'd be
Also,
fine with
you guys
that.
are not going to convince me Alita's a class traitor because she doesn't believe that burning down a village is a reasonable escalation.
This party is trying to enact unreasonable communism.
Unreasonable Communism is my band name.
Look, depending on who gets elected, this town is going to burn itself down.
Yeah.
Especially if it's Donnie Nice Jacket.
Can we just cut out back outside real quick to them discussing the
let's see where they're at right
proper
now.
way to burn down the town?
Chapman, you're right, buddy. Let's kick on back to what the national debate has going on.
So now we're just gonna burn down the whole obstacle course? Is that what I'm hearing we're gonna do? Huh?
Well, winter's coming, and we are going to have to keep warm. And if we burn down the obstacle course, then that saves us from having to send people out into the woods to cut down more trees. And we can use those people to help with the extra harvest.
As the moderate candidate who can't remember what his voice was a few minutes ago, I'm here to say that we should only burn down half the obstacle course and half the town as well. That way, we've still got half of both, and that'll make us better appreciate what we do have.
Which
I like
half
your
are you
commitment.
talking about burning?
Your commitment to moderatism is awesome.
We've gotta draw lots. It's the only fair way.
Look, you people can vote for these two old people who can't even remember how they talk minutes beforehand. Or you can vote for me, and we can make this whole town an obstacle course.
What do you mean when you say you people? Just because I'm a little older doesn't mean I'm so culturally different from you, friend.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
All right, we're gonna cut away before that gets way too topical. So we're gonna go back to the hostage situation, which is weirdly less stressful for me to DM. What are you guys ultimately going to do?
All right, so we're agreed we're not setting the town on fire. Do we want to shame the townspeople on the way out? Like,
Okay.
I feel like we could elevate ourselves a little bit and be like, this is on you. You did this to yourselves.
Yeah, okay, how about this? we shamed the town on our way out. And maybe do you have some friends you could send? I'm sorry, we never asked your name.
My name is Spritz.
Spritz. Solinar, do you maybe know some people who Spritz would get along with? He could be their little buddy.
Send him to Locke. They'll do crimes together. Locke and Spritz.
Not really. I mean, I know a few people in the underground, but a lot of those people are more likely to see a face like Spritz's and be like, well, now there's a chump I can take advantage of. And I don't want to subject Spritz to any more of that sort of treatment. You know, that's not really fair.
Oh, okay. Well, should he just come with us then for now?
I'm surprised Bode is not vetoing, given what happened last time y'all took a kobold with you.
What if we take everybody's idea and use parts of it? We'll shame the town into feeling sorry for Spritz. And then what we'll do is put Spritz up as a fourth party candidate in their election. And Spritz can run as the adventuring party candidate. And then Spritz, if Spritz wins, he'll be in a position to actually help the town, and he'll have gainful employment.
Do you think this town's progressive enough to elect a kobold?
I don't know. It might be time for a change.
I mean, I generally support that.
His campaign
message.
slogan: "Fall under his spell."
It might be time for a change.
Yeah.
But I'm
Can we get
concerned-
this kobold elected in this town? I think if we work very hard, then yes, we can.
I'm just concerned that the constituents will recall him literally robbing them, and will probably be less inclined to elect him.
How different is that from any other politician? Oh,
Nothing
topical.
a politician hasn't done before. And then we're on the road. Spritz is with us. The town is on fire in the background.
No, we're not lighting another town on fire.
We didn't do it.
Yes.
We didn't do it. We didn't start the fire. They were always burning.
No, we
I'm
need to be
so
biblical.
confused.
We need to be biblical about this. We destroyed the last town by fire, so this one needs to be destroyed by water. So we have to flood the town now.
Guys, what are we actually doing? What is happening right now?
I've given you 2 plans. I don't know what more you want from me.
One is plague, the other is Sodom.
I'm so confused that on the way out of town, they were building what appeared to be an obstacle course made of hay and sticks. And then, we get a couple miles down the road and we see a lot of smoke behind it. Like, I don't get that at all. That doesn't make any sense.
They shouldn't have made it a steam-powered obstacle course. Those boilers explode.
I'm sorry. Allow me a moment. Is it canon that you all have left the town and brought the kobold?
I don't see why not.
I'm just making sure that we're all on the same page, because we do bits pretty far out, and I need to make sure that I'm aware of what's actually happening, given that I'm the GM.
Spritz, what's your favorite road song?
Oh, there's a kobold ditty that we sing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's usually sing it in Draconic.
Oh, do it. I'm excited.
Before you start singing, I do also want to establish that Spritz is riding piggyback on on the shoulders of one of the zombies.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it goes a little something like this.
Oh, one other thing. Cole is riding on the shoulders of one of the other zombies.
I love this.
All right, you guys can't hear any of this, but there is a lot of sounds and also a lot of sounds.
I love this.
So-
My
think
favorite part about this was watching your cats in the background just doing loops.
I think Johannes should translate this song and adapt it into common.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we're on the road. We're on the road. We definitely ate eggs for breakfast. And if you're on the road behind us, We wish you all the best. That's a wind going across the road, carrying crimes further. And the smoke that is emitting there is from fourth party fervor. Oh, we're on the road. We're on the road. There's other verses to the song. But if there's not an 808 beat behind it, then we are doing it wrong. I said, we are doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong.
Quid Pro Roll is a co-production of Alpha Comics and Games with Goblins and Growlers. Our audio production and all original music composition is provided by Gabriel Perez. He can be found at Amethyst Audiomancer on Instagram. The voice of Alita and our DM for the podcast is Alex Smith. She can be found at Alpha Comic Games on Twitter. The voice of Charles Gravy Boat Barnes is Brandon Dingus. He can be found at Way of Brandalore on Twitter. The voice of Eek and Koza are Chapman Adams. He can be found at What Are Birds on Instagram. The voice of Johannes is Alan. He can be found at The Dungeon Meowster on Instagram. And finally, the voice of Solinar is me, Josh Maltby, and I can be found at BlackCloakDM on Twitter. Thanks so much for listening.
So, what? I just jumping straight into my hopes. I'm hoping that we, because we have the kobold with us, if it causes the tower to manifest, and then we can go defeat.
Guys, I'm stopping recording while we do
okay,
this.
yeah, but anyway, so we defeat the evil wizard, and then we get a sweet teleporting tower.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. We have a base that teleports at random.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
immediately what everyone thought about.
Yes.